Why, hello there! Once again, it's time for Monogatari, and what can be better than ending off the arc with, wow, quite a lot on the line. Araragi is fighting for his place with Shinobu and, well, against a 400-year-old original aberration slayer with quite the attachment. Of course, it's not just Araragi who is having to face things head on. Will Shinobu actually deal with things from the past and her own feelings? It would be nice to see her grow, wouldn't it? And so, let's watch the episode. Senjugahara. Is he calling it because he's about to proceed in something quite dangerous? I can't remember which arc is happening tangentially to this one, so he's using that experience as a way to contemplate this one. And the fact that she seems so happy about that. Well, she knows what she wants. I suppose. Kind of a good way of thinking about it. Considering how we first met her and what we know of her later on. It's surprising at how many of them fall at Aragi's feet, per se. Extra reason for him to get back then, isn't it? The fact that she said if someone better came along, then of course she'd switch. That's fair enough. The issue is a lot of people can't see what is better or not on first glance because they're clouded by other stuff. And in personal experience, I enjoy it wholeheartedly when their world falls apart because of decisions they've made. You know. I thought he wanted the mark removed from his face. Oh, is she doing it? In fact, it can be removed that easily, like with a quick brush. A bit unfair that he has to face the armor like that. That cross is a bit large. Center of balance would be pulling him back. That's always why I love anime physics. He wants to do it with his own strength. At least he's wanting to be honourable about it. What kind of powers does she have? And by that line of thinking, do Meme and Kaiki and whatnot have the same kind of thing? This is like guns at dawn kind of duel. Okay, so its first attack wins. I have a feeling that this duel might be harder than he first envisions. Come up with a battle plan. Is she helping him stretch? Okay. I don't see what the any advice that they can give Aragi actually giving proper help here. The fact that he has just come back, though, might mean he's a bit uh, rusty when it comes to battling, but I don't think you can rely on that. Do they fit? Oh, they do wear the same size. Quite a lot has happened, actually. This is what Camru wasn't telling them about. Ah, that was the entire thing, yes. He's had to focus on his own business for once. Oh yeah, I just realised that she's in his room, isn't she? Just give him more and more reasons to fight and do well. It is one way of getting out of this, just back away, but that would essentially mean he would be abandoning Shinobu. He has to make a choice. And off she goes! Aragi is dense, but when it comes down to it, he tries his best. And makes kind of good decisions. She's trying hard, isn't she? But he did swap his shoes with Camera. What state is he going to get them back in after she's run all the way to his house? Is that a quality that. Yeah, actually, sure. The idea of actually helping those in need, especially young girls, well, children in general, because they need help, really. Well, there goes the bamboo sword. It's usually a good thing, but for Aragi, it's slightly different, isn't it? Well, that sword is a bit more symbolic as well, isn't it? Hopefully, he's not going to try and do anything like use that power drain, energy drain while they're this close. Aragi has been there to overhear conversation that Shinobu's gone through, but the other one hasn't, so. Yeah, if there's one thing to fight for. Hachi. Cute. Turn. Sprint. I'm guessing that he's. Oh, he ditched the armor to gain a modicum of speed. What is your plan now, Aragi? It's obviously there's something planned here. I just can't see it. He stopped him in his tracks, but what did he do? And why didn't he swing it? Talisman. So what you put on the shrine? Was something out of her expectations there? Something even the great specialist didn't know. Ugh. Why? Why am I? Why am I slightly repulsed by that? I mean, he had no qualms about outright killing Araragi, so in the end, he never actually got to speak to Shinobu. She's actually eating him. She's actually doing something, taking steps, and facing it, even if it is at the end. If she does eat him, then yeah, I don't think there's much way of him ever being reborn. So did he think that this was this could actually end up in this kind of fashion, like another attempt to end himself and meet Shinobu? Go away, Ogi. Are you sure you feel safe with him in his bedroom? All of those like littering his bedroom makes me want to get back into origami. Is it because of the fact that these stories are narrated by the characters themselves, so there might be a little embellishment? Possibly, but maybe the sword. Oh, armor. That you saw all the liquid stuff get pulled along, and the armor slightly, but it did stay there. Yeah, what is the importance on this? That I didn't think that would be part of his actual body. 2. Is that hints for the future? Oh, okay. But you didn't see it happening. Okay. I'm trying to see the meaning behind that, but he can't seem to help it when he's talking to Ogi, can he? I don't know if he's particularly happy with it, but he's getting along fine. Does he? Is he discounting himself and what Shinobi feels? There is a whole thing about this kind of how people think and feel in at least what I've been shown as Japanese culture. They're different because one is wallowing, one is like getting over it, but apathy. I find that if you focus on something that went wrong, in her words, wallow in it, it doesn't help any. So move on, learn from the past. Bad things happen. If you can overcome it, then you grow stronger and can hopefully stop it happening in the future. So this thing is back to happiness, and that's what Oikura. She was filled with hate at other people being happy. So what a stare. And that does it for this set of episodes for Owarimonogatari. And if you're still watching out there, you might be interested to know what's coming up next. And I believe, if my memory serves, which we all know it doesn't, but there's a movie or two. So you got those to look forward to. I don't know how I feel about Shinobu not actually facing him during a moment where it would matter. But at least she articulated what she felt and got it out there rather than, keeping it internal. And there goes another arc of Monogatari. It was fun, wasn't it? I feel like there was a lot in this one where it referenced things that I've seen in the past, but I just can't remember it because it was either so long ago or there's been so much happening in Monogatari that I've seen that it's all kind of condensed into one big event kind of thing. So I can remember bits and pieces, but not the specifics, which is my fault. Until I'm reminded about it, then I can remember, but not really helpful when it's on the fly. When I started Monogatari, I knew it was a bit of an endeavour, and people were talking about it and saying that there's so much into it and everything else, but I guess I took it for granted how much everything would intersect and almost self-reference, but even just events occurring parallel to each other in time, and then still going back and being referential, and so much care went into writing this series. And I do wish I had more of an understanding of everything. Being able to get some of the more hidden, maybe, jokes in this and references would be nice, but that's what I get for not doing my homework beforehand, I guess, in the entirety of Japan's history and culture. And language. Don't forget that. That's a big thing. But still, if you've enjoyed this and you want to see more, then leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and maybe even a little comment down below. Each of which helps me out tremendously. But after that, well, I know that I'm going to have to start something that is a bit of an undertaking soon, so I'm going to rest my weary mind. Maybe you'd like to do so too. Especially after the almost heartbreak that we witnessed with Shinobu there, so keep yourself safe so that I can see you in another one. And I really do mean it when I say to all of you out there that I am so happy that I started this channel, and I'm really glad that you're here with me. This journey has been eventful, and if you want to see it continue, then you can always head over to my Patreon, and you can be like these amazing people, especially Florida Sal, Raywin, Denamed1997, and Luis Almanza. But once again, my friends, it's come that time, so truly, because I actually want to say it and not leave anything lingering, thank you.